This is the one about Facebook. Well, actually not the one, but one of many about Facebook.
If you're a real estate agent or broker, this show is for you. Onion Juice is both a podcast and a movement designed to wake up and redefine the real estate industry. Here's your host, Neil Mathwig, for another stimulating episode of The Onion Juice. Let's join the movement now.
Welcome, Juicers. Neil Mathwig here, Onion Juice Podcast. And like I said, this isn't the one about Facebook, but one of many about Facebook. I seriously could talk about Facebook for 3 hours if somebody would let me. Maybe I should turn it into like an e-course or something and provide all of the content that I have around Facebook. Last week I talked about the Instagram, the Instagram, and I had what I have about, I don't know, half a dozen people or so ask me if I feel like Facebook is dead. And let me tell you, OMG, it is not dead by no means. I'm just hot on Instagram, and that's why I did that episode last week. And I really feel like, Instagram brings something that Facebook doesn't bring, and that is the ability to search and to reach out and meet people that you haven't met yet. And I have been doing a lot of that lately on Instagram and have been connecting with tons of people, both for Onion Juice Podcast and for my local sales in Madison, Wisconsin, where, I can search Madison, Wisconsin in the Places tab, and right there are hundreds of posts that are happening right here in my city. And I've been able to comment on people that are at restaurants and try certain dishes. And I've been able to, last night I was talking with a guy about books. He took a picture of his bookshelf and asked if there was any other recommendations for books. And I said, oh my Lord, do I have some recommendations for you for books? And we had a great conversation. Here's somebody that I didn't know before I found them on Instagram. They ended up following me. I followed them, and we're buddies now. So, that's the power behind Instagram, and that's what I really wanted to get across last week. But by no means do I feel that Facebook is dead. So this is, like I said, that this is not the episode on Facebook. As we get up to many episodes of Onion Juice Podcast, I don't want you to refer to this one as the one about Facebook. I want you to refer this one to as probably the one of many different episodes that I'll be putting out about Facebook. And like I said, I could talk about Facebook all day long if somebody would let me. And so maybe I'll end up putting a course together or something like that. But let's just scratch the surface a little bit today on Facebook. And the other thing too is I can't believe that I made it to episode 11. I'm kind of proud of myself. I made it to episode 11 without talking specifically about Facebook. That's pretty good for me. So I feel good about myself, and I don't want to be prideful and all, but I am proud of myself that I made it to episode 11. So here's the thing. Here's the broad stroke. The way I look at Facebook. Facebook is a contest for people's attention, and by telling the right story, it can create a connection. Or telling the right stories. So it's not just one story, it's multiple stories. It's telling the right stories that can create a connection with your followers. And Facebook is so noisy, and it's a competition for their attention. And this is something that you have to look at Facebook this way, that it's a competition. And you have to tell the right stories that are going to create those connections, and you're going to win the game. you're gonna stand out and get people's attention. The other thing is Facebook is video. And by the way, in parentheses, don't YouTube on Facebook. Don't go record a video, put it on YouTube, and then share the link on Facebook. Facebook doesn't like YouTube. So don't make that mistake. I see that so often. The algorithm of Facebook is video, photo, status update, links. If you share a YouTube video on Facebook, it's a link, and it's not going to get a lot of attention. It's going to you're going to have to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll before you're going to come across a YouTube video on Facebook. All right. So your followers are not going to see your video. That's if you post it on your personal account. And if you post it on your business account and don't boost it, then you're definitely not going to be seen. So you want to put authentic video on Facebook and don't use a YouTube video. Okay, set that aside. Authentic video gives the viewer a true story of you, especially when the video has some flaws in it and the consumer feels like they can relate with you. So remember, the goal is connection, and video gives that follower the connection, the best chance for connection, let's say. So if you posted a photo, they can relate to the photo to some sort. But if you post a video, there's so many things that they can relate to in that video. The way that you talk, the way that you laugh, the way that you smile, the way that you make a mistake and are okay with it and didn't edit it out of the video. They'll connect with that authenticity. And so that's why I'm so huge on video, not only for the algorithm, not only for what Facebook says how much they want video, but I connect to my consumers on a whole nother level because of the amount of video that I pump out. And that video, it's so important. And so I can't say it enough, but you have to figure out how to put video out and put it out consistently. And that's when you'll rise to the top on Facebook. The other thing with Facebook is you want to create engagements, and you want to remember the platform. You want to have fun with people on Facebook. And I really feel like games, if there's a way that you can play Facebook games, and I know a lot of marketers are going this direction. I've been in this direction for the last 3 years with Mathwig Monday Trivia, and have, like I said, last year I sold 30 houses because of my trivia game on Monday mornings. If you haven't seen that yet, check it out. Just search for me on Facebook, neilmathwig.com. Find my Facebook page called Neil Mathwig and Company, and on there is my Mathwig Monday Trivia. And so you want to create engagements through games, have fun with people. Remember what the platform's about. The platform is to have fun, right? So here's some game ideas for you. I just thought I'd throw this little nugget out there to kind of get your wheels spinning about different things that you can do on Facebook. Some of my favorite, like are the verses or any way that you can create voting. So if you let's just use an example. You could have people say, what's your favorite? Well, we'll go with the whole Thanksgiving thing. We're right around Thanksgiving here. So what do you like better, turkey or ham? It'll create engagement, right? The other thing too is if you're designing a new logo, you could create competition create a voting scale and say, what do you like, logo 1, 2, or 3, and create engagements. Another game is the Price is Right game. Post a new listing and ask people what they think the price should be, or what the price is, or what the seller decided to list the house at, and have guesses and give away a prize. Where is Waldo? Hide something inside your new listing, and when your photographer goes to take photos, you have something in one of the photos, and people have to guess where it's at. You post multiple photos, and they have to guess wherever it is. Maybe it's Waldo, maybe it's something else that you hide. Community discovery, anything that you can play around discovering where the community, or things about your community. Where am I Wednesday type thing. Post a photo of where you're at in the community and have people guess. That one seems to do okay. My challenge with the Where Am I Wednesday photos is as soon as somebody guesses, game over. And so I want to create more engagement after. I would post it. Where am I Wednesday? And the first person to guessed right where I was at, and then the game was over with. So that's still fun. You want to be able to keep that game going and get a lot of guesses going. Best of voting. Tell me, in Madison, who's got the best burger, and maybe you get a tally of all of the best burgers, and then you get that down to the top 3, and then you go to the voting type game where you get everybody to vote on the top, or what's the favorite one, and then crown the best of. Some different ideas. This goes back to thinking like a radio station. So think about what radio stations do to create engagement. All right. And Seth Godin would be proud of you if you focused on the prize, right? He wrote a book called Free Prize Inside, and it's that concept. I remember when I was a kid, I got a box of cereal, not for the cereal, but for the prize that was inside. And it's that same concept of why people will play your game. So you have to make sure that you have a good prize, for whatever you're offering the game, that game has a good prize. So, Facebook advertising allows you to advertise to whoever you want. So it's no longer important to get get a bunch of likes, to people to like your page, because that's the way it used to be. The only people that would see your post are the people that like your page. So it was all about getting likes. And Facebook destroyed that wall, I think it was earlier this year or late last year. And so you can advertise to anybody that with interest, to any age group, to any location. You can advertise the zip codes. It tore down that wall of saying, I got to get likes so that I can advertise, so that these people can see my post. So let's talk a little bit more about Facebook advertising. Big disclosure here, I don't want to get into all of the details of Facebook advertising. There's a video that was put out by the guys from Curator, the water cooler. It's an 1.5-hour video on advanced Facebook advertising. Go watch that. It's amazing. It goes into detail about Facebook advertising. So I don't want this show to be about that. I don't want to be the technical guy. I want to be the artist. So I encourage you to go check that out. Here's a few ideas that we've been doing that have been working that I just want to share with you as far as an art form. For new listings, don't make the post about, new listing. Here's the whole description. Here's the price. Here's the address. Here's some photos of it. Don't make it about that. Let's say that the house has an amazing kitchen. Make the post about that amazing kitchen and have one or two really good photos of that kitchen and say, anybody dreaming about having a kitchen like this? And try to create engagement around your listing posts instead of just saying, here's the new listing. Okay. And then, maybe say it's in a house that's now available on downtown Madison, right? Or on Madison's east side or Madison's west side. So kind of give it some coordinates of where it's at and say that it's in a house that's now available. So leave out the price, leave out all of the details, because that's what's going to create the engagement. It's very easy for somebody to just post, hey, where's or what's the address of this? And then you can just not even say anything, or just say, I'll private message you all of the details, and then private message them all of the details. But don't say anything on the post. Don't give it away on the post, because that's defeating the purpose. So just say, I'll private message you all of the details. And then people will see that, and then they'll also, hey, can you private message me the details? And then you start to create that engagement. Another thing that works really well is, like, on my neilmathwig.com, I give away the 11 critical questions every seller needs to ask before hiring their realtor. So I run an ad on Facebook and I direct people to that landing page. Somebody's periscoping. So you direct people to that landing page from Facebook, and I run the ads, and I run them specifically in zip codes, and I run them to people of interest that are possibly moving. But you pick those specific interests, and that's who I want to see that special report ad. I really feel like home value requests are kind of a thing of the past. I don't know. I just hear that a lot of the leads that come in from them are no good, and you have to sift through hundreds and hundreds of leads, and that just doesn't interest me. So if you're using home value requests, then by all means keep doing it if it's working for you. I don't want you to stop what's working, but it's not something that I'm going to come out and encourage people to do. I don't know. I just, for some reason, I kind of just feel like it's a thing of the past. But if you're using them, let me know. Maybe I'm totally wrong here. I want to learn. Just like you're listening to this podcast to learn, I want to learn from you as well. So give me some feedback on that. I want people. I'm going to just kind of rant here for a little bit. It really annoys the living dickens out of me when people post pictures of their buyers at closing and say sold another one and hashtag payday. It just irks me. It goes against Seth Godin says, stop hyping about yourself and instead get others to hype about you. Tell stories so they'll hype about you. And it's so true. I don't know. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings here if you're doing this. I have to admit, I did it. I used to do it too. I thought it was a great idea. It was, hey, I'm, evidence of success. And here I'm talking about somebody else's, buying a house, but I just happen to be in the story. I see that side of it, but I also look at it as if you could tell a story about that person instead of hyping about that, or instead of taking a picture and using them to promote you, I just think it comes off so much better. There's stories in every transaction. There's people that have overcome things. You could slow down and write a story about them. Don't use their name and their identity, all of that, but just, it's a buyer that I worked with, and this is the struggle that they had, and they overcame it. And there's better ways of doing it instead of taking a photo of somebody and saying, congratulations, and look at me, I'm at another closing. So yeah, I'm sorry. It's just something that bugs me. And you don't see a dentist, fixing somebody's tooth and taking a picture of them and saying, just fixed another tooth, hashtag payday. You don't see that. So why do we do it as realtors? All right, rant over. So, I just want you to share stories, and by story selling is really one of the best things that you can do. So you have to remember that why people are on Facebook and what Facebook is all about. It's not about, they're not there to see ads. They're not there to be marketed to. They're not there to shop for a home. They're there to be entertained. They're there to hang out with their friends, to see what their friends are up to. So you have to give them what they want. And I can't believe I'm going to do this, but when you think about this concept of giving them what they want, I want you to think about Taylor Swift. I'm sorry. I'm gonna play a clip here of the recording from Taylor Swift and Barbara Walters, and where Taylor is asked if she is nervous about leaving country music and going into pop. Play it.
This is your first album of all pop songs. Are you at all worried that you will lose some of the country fans?
I am not worried about that. I'm really in touch with my fans and I know what they like. What my fans in general were afraid of was that I would start making pop music and I would stop writing smart lyrics, or I would stop writing emotional lyrics. And when they heard the new music, they realized that that wasn't the case at all.
You see what she said there? You see what she said? She said, I'm giving my fans what they want. And I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to leave country music and go into pop because I'm giving my fans what they want. Remember that when posting things on Facebook. Give your fans and your followers, or the people that you're engaging with, give them what they want. They don't want to be marketed to. They don't want to look at your newest listing. They don't want a market report. They want entertainment. They want engagement. They want authenticity. That's what your followers want. Remember that when using Facebook. And I'm going to drop the mic now. So, you know what I'm saying, though? I mean, give them what they want. All right, so that ends my rant on Facebook. Thanks for sticking with me. And like I said, I have a lot more, and I could talk about Facebook all day long, but that's just a little flavor of it. I want to know what you think. Let's interact on Facebook. Find us, Onion Juice Podcast, on Facebook, and let me know what you think underneath. Just go look for episode 11 and leave a comment. And if you're not already following me on Instagram, you can check me out there, Neil Mathwig on Instagram, and I'm on Twitter and anywhere else. Google Plus. If anybody wants to jam with me on Google Plus, I'm there as well. So just find me. Neil Mathwig is how you'll find me. And if you haven't already, iTunes, I really need some 5 stars, some subscriptions, and some reviews. If you could head over to iTunes and do that for me, I would greatly appreciate it. I have a gift for you on onionjuicepodcast.com, and that's my listing presentation. I give it to you all, the whole kit and caboodle. Go download that for free on onionjuicepodcast.com. Episode 11 now in the books. Thank you so much, everybody. I really love what we have going here, and I'm having a blast, and I'm getting a lot of positive feedback. So I thank you for that positive feedback. Keep it coming. That's what I feed off of. I need that. So I need some feedback from you. So let me know what you think of the show, and let me know what you're learning, what kind of aha moments you have, and maybe even let me know what you want to hear. I'm all ears. All right. I want to learn as well. So let me know what you think the next episode should be. You can shoot me a private message or send me an email, neilmathwig@gmail.com. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. I hope that you have a great day. And like always, remember to be the reason somebody smiles today. Thank you so much for watching the video all the way to the end. And the cool kids are subscribing to my YouTube channel. But maybe you'll want to listen to a little bit more content, and it would be great to have it on a podcast. So you should check out the Onion Juice Podcast. Or maybe you want to take this even a step further, and maybe you're looking for a real estate agent coach that will help you take your business to the next level. You should check out RoundBox down there in the corner. Thanks again for watching. Hope you have a great day. And like always, remember to be the reason somebody smiles today.